If you're thinking about buying a second home in the Outer Banks in 2026, there's a question you should answer before you ever look at a single property, because most people don't get stuck on finding a house. They get stuck on whether they should be buying here at all. And if you answer that wrong, everything else falls apart. I'm going to break down this very simply. No hype, no sales pitch. The Outer Banks isn't a traditional housing market. It's a second home, lifestyle-driven, seasonal market. And that changes how you should be thinking about value, timing, and even whether buying makes sense. This applies to whether you're looking in Corolla Hills, Corolla, Duck, or anywhere in between to Hatteras. First, you should have an understanding of what you're stepping into. The Outer Banks is driven by 3 buyer groups: vacation home buyers, investment rental buyers, long-term lifestyle buyers. This matters because none of these groups behave urgently. So, unlike a primary resident market where people have to move, here people choose to buy. And that means hesitation is normal. But hesitation can also quietly cost people the right property. The real question most buyers are asking is not what they think it is. It's not, is it the market going up or down? Are rates good or bad? It's this: will I actually use this home enough to justify owning it? Am I financially comfortable carrying a second property? Do I want beach lifestyle enough to make it real? Because if those answers aren't clear, no market conditions will make the decision easy. Right now in 2026, the Outer Banks market is doing something interesting. In places like Corolla Hills, you're seeing a mix of steady demand in well-located areas, selective inventory, depending on price point, buyers taking longer to commit. This creates a situation where the good homes still move, but not instantly like they did in past boom cycles. And that confuses buyers because it feels like they have time. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. There are really 3 types of buyers in this market. 1, the someday buyer, watches listings for months and years, never pulls the trigger, always waiting for the perfect time. Then there's the almost ready buyer, actively looking, comparing areas, stuck between emotion and logic. And then the decision buyer, understands budget, understands usage, moves when the right property shows up. And the reality is, most people watching videos like this fall into 1 or 2. This video is really designed to help you figure out which one you are. Where people get this wrong, most buyers don't lose in the market because they made a bad purchase. They lose because they waited for certainty in a market that never gives it. Common mistakes: waiting for the perfect rate, assuming more inventory is coming, overthinking rental income before lifestyle clarity, only looking at photos instead of neighborhoods. And in a place like the Outer Banks, especially in high demand areas, the best homes don't always look urgent online. They just quietly go under contract. Here's the truth most people don't hear. Buying a second home here isn't just a financial decision. It's a lifestyle commitment. It means you're choosing where your time goes. You're choosing how you vacation. You're choosing long-term flexibility. And once you see it, that way the decision becomes less about timing the market and more about whether this fits your life in the next 3 to 5 years. So, should you actually buy a second home in the Outer Banks in 2026? The honest answer is, it depends less on the market and more on you. If you're actively considering it, the next step isn't scrolling listings, it's understanding what your budget, lifestyle, and timing actually look like here. And if you want, I can break that down for you from price points actually you get in this market right now. Just reach out. Happy to help you think it through. Comment OBX and I'll send you current buyer options by budget. Direct message me, second home, and I'll break down what makes sense for you and your situation. If you're serious about buying a home on the Outer Banks this year, let's talk it through. I'm Christy Bright with Keller Williams, OBX.